right, so this is the fourth video in this video series that I'm talking about this little book, and I'm explaining some of the contents in it, hoping it will be a value to you if you're deciding to sell your house or you're thinking about it, but you are worried about leaving some money on the table and you want to sell for top dollar, then this little book will help you out immensely. Plus, the videos will also be beneficial. I'm going to put some of the previous videos up here. If this is the first video you're seeing, you may want to rewind and go check out some of those videos first. But the idea for me is to give people a resource, and that's why I'm going to give this book away for free while supplies lasts. I'm going to put a link down in the description where you can fill out some information and I will ship this thing out to you absolutely free. Now, if you don't want to fill the information out, that's fine too. You can still buy the book on Amazon for like 10 bucks. It's really not that expensive. Again, my goal is to give a resource to people so that people can sell the house for top dollar and get some of that hard-earned money of theirs back. Hi, my name is Jamie, and I'm a real estate agent in the beautiful state of Colorado. Now, on this channel, we talk about all things Colorado related. We talk about the restaurants, we talk about the cities, we talk about the neighborhoods, and of course, we talk about real estate. Now, if these things interest you, then hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification to be notified next time I post a video. I get calls from people all the time asking me what life is like here in Colorado. It's awesome. I love talking to people. I love helping people make such a big decision. If that's you, give me a call, send me a text, shoot up an email, send some carrier pigeons, maybe a smoke signal, whatever it takes. Get a hold of me. I'd love to talk to you, and I'd love to help you as you make the decision to move to Colorado. All right, so today we are talking about chapter number 4 in this book, and it is how to price your property. Now you may be thinking, well, this seems like a small aspect of the whole process. Why did I make it an entire chapter? Well, the answer to that question is I made it an entire chapter because it is so important to price your property correctly. And not only is it important, it's a lot harder than you may think. Now you can go on Zillow and you can look at what the Zestimate is on your property, and you can use that number if you want. And a lot of people do. In fact, quite honestly, a lot of real estate agents do that. I don't recommend that. That may be a starting place and you can use that to balance things out. That's fine. But if you don't have some of your own evidence to go to why you're going to price a property, where you're going to price it, you may set yourself up for failure. Personally, when I'm talking to buyers, there's a lot of times I will go after properties that are priced a little bit too high because we can actually get them for less money than we could a property that was priced a little bit too low. It seems backwards, but it happens all the time. And that's why I say pricing a property is extremely important if you want to get top dollar for your property. Now, there's lots of factors that you need to take into consideration when it comes to pricing your property. The location is extremely important. The condition, how updated is it? What does the yard look like? How much curb appeal does the property have? You need to look at how many bedrooms it has, how many bathrooms it has. You need to look at the square footage. That's also very important, especially square footage above ground. Below ground square footage is important too, but it's not valued typically as high as above ground square footage. And you need to look at the current market. What is the market doing? Is it a buyer's market or is it a hot seller's market like it is in our world today? These things a real estate agent will be able to help you with, but don't just leave it to a real estate agent. You also need to do some of your own homework to make sure that the price is the correct price for your property. Now, why should you spend this time looking at other houses, looking at comparable properties, it's because every house has a shelf life. And in the market we're in today with this hot sellers market, it's a really short shelf life. Now you may be thinking, well, I'll just price it really high and we'll just work our way down. Well, the shelf life is also increasing on that property. And when the shelf life increases on the property, the perceived value of a buyer is also decreasing along with it. Because in this market, when a buyer looks at a house and they say the house has been on the market for 2 weeks, what's wrong with that house? A lot of buyers won't even look at it because they view the property as having a stigma with it because it's been on the market for so long. That's why you want to come out of the gate with the right price right away. Otherwise, you will leave money on the table. I guarantee it. This is one of the ways I help buyers find good properties at better prices, is finding properties that aren't priced correctly. So how do you find what price you should price a property at? Well, the answer to that question is through the comparable properties in your neighborhood, preferably the ones right next to you. Those are the ones that you want to look at and value those the highest. You compare that to yours. Is their condition the same? Are they as updated or more updated? Is the backyard bigger? Do they have as much square footage as you? Do they have as many bedrooms, bathrooms? You take those into consideration, but you want to look at what the property was listed for, and then you want to look at what the property sold for. Hopefully, you can find properties in close proximity to yours that are very similar to yours, that were priced at a certain dollar figure and sold very close, hopefully even above that. And then you can use that to start getting a feel for what properties are going to be priced at. This takes work. And this is where a real estate agent really needs to help out a lot, because they have a lot more access to some of this information, at least easily, than you do. So rely heavily on that person, but make sure that person is not trying to price your house over what it really should be, because if they do, chances are you're not going to get as much money for your property. Now, once you've priced that property and you're ready to hit the market, then just make sure that property fits in well with all those comparable properties. Now, I hope this is helpful to you. I hope you're finding some information in this book that's going to be of value to you. There's lots more in this book. I highly recommend that if you're thinking of selling, go ahead and contact me. You can fill out the information in the link in the description, and I will send you a copy of this book for absolutely free. You can also go to Amazon and buy it too. It's completely up to you. Either way, I recommend reading through it, and I recommend using some of the tools and tactics in it to get you the most money for your house.